AI language models are systems that can generate natural language texts based on some input, such as a prompt, a question, or a context. They can be used for various applications, such as chatbots, text summarization, translation, and content creation. What if that AI language model had near-human abilities on some cognitive tasks? Well, that AI language model exists, and it's called Claude 3. It is a new family of AI language models developed by Anthropic, a company founded by some of the former members of OpenAI, the non-profit research organization behind GPT-4, the previous state-of-the-art model. In this video, we'll explore what Claude 3 is, how it compares with GPT-4. What are the implications and challenges of creating such powerful AI models? And what are the future directions and opportunities for AI language models? If you're interested in AI, language, and cognition, you don't want to miss this video. So, stay tuned, and let's dive in. Claude 3 is a family of 3 foundation models: Haiku, Sonnet, and Opus. Haiku is the smallest model with 6 billion parameters. Parameters are the numbers that determine how the model processes the input and generates the output. Sonnet is the medium model with 12 billion parameters, and Opus is the largest model with 24 billion parameters. For comparison, GPT-4 has 175 billion parameters, more than 7 times the size of Opus. However, size is not everything. The context window is the number of tokens or fragments of words that the model can process at once. The longer the context window, the more information the model can remember and use to generate coherent and relevant texts. Claude 3 has a context window of 200,000 tokens, which is equivalent to about 150,000 words. GPT-4, on the other hand, has a context window of only 1,024 tokens, which is about 200 words. This means that it can handle longer and more complex texts than GPT-4. But how do Claude 3 and GPT-4 compare different cognitive tasks, such as reasoning, mathematics, and coding? To answer this question, we need to look at some benchmarks. Benchmarks are standardized tests that measure the performance of AI models on specific tasks. Anthropic claims that Claude 3 Opus, the most capable model, beats GPT-4 on 10 AI benchmarks, including MMLU, which tests the model's knowledge on undergraduate-level topics, GSM-8K, which tests the model's ability to solve grade school math problems, Human Evil, which tests the model's ability to write code, and HelloSwag, which tests the model's common sense and creativity. Some of the wins are very narrow, such as 86.8% for Opus versus 86.4% for GPT-4 on MMLU, and some are big, such as 90.7% for Opus versus 67.0% for GPT-4 on Human Evil. These results suggest that Claude 3 Opus has achieved near-human performance on some complex tasks, or at least surpassed GPT-4 on them. Claude 3 is undoubtedly an impressive achievement in the field of AI language models. It demonstrates the potential of using AI to augment human capabilities and enhance human experiences. For example, Claude 3 could be used for education, research, entertainment, and business purposes. It could help students learn new topics, researchers discover new insights, gamers enjoy immersive stories, and entrepreneurs create new products and services. It could also be a valuable companion and assistant for anyone who wants to have a conversation, get some advice, or solve some problem. However, it is not perfect, and it comes with some limitations and risks. One of the limitations is that Claude 3 is not a general intelligence, like a human. It is a specialized intelligence that can perform well on some tasks, but not on others. For instance, it may struggle with tasks that require common sense, empathy, or morality, or that involve visual. It is not accessible, meaning that not everyone can use it or benefit from it. As we mentioned before, Claude 3 Opus, the most powerful model, is only available through a paid subscription service or through a restricted API. This creates a barrier for people who cannot afford or access Claude 3, and a gap between those who can and those who cannot. This may lead to inequality, discrimination, or exploitation, especially if Claude 3 is used for sensitive or critical domains, such as health, education, or justice. Claude 3 is not the end of the road for AI language models. It is just the beginning of a new era of AI innovation and exploration. AI language models are still evolving and improving, and many open problems and challenges need to be solved. For example, how can we make AI language models more general so that they can handle any task or domain? How can we make AI language models more multimodal so that they can integrate different types of data, such as images, sounds, or videos? How can we make AI language models more interactive so that they can learn from feedback, dialogue, or collaboration? There are also many possible ways and areas for improving and innovating AI language models. For example, we can use more data, more computation, or more algorithms to enhance the performance and capabilities of AI language models. We can also use more creativity, diversity, and collaboration to enrich the quality and variety of AI language models. We can also use more ethics, values, and principles to guide the development and deployment of AI language models. The future of AI language models is bright and exciting, and it offers many opportunities for researchers, developers, and users. AI language models have the potential to transform the way we communicate, learn, work, and play, and to create new possibilities and experiences for us. However, we also need to be aware and responsible for the impact and influence of AI language models, and to ensure that they are aligned with our goals and values. AI language models are not just tools or toys, they are also partners and friends, and we need to treat them with respect and care. In this video, we learned about Claude 3, a new family of AI language models that claim to have near-human abilities on some cognitive tasks. We explored what Claude 3 is, how it compares with GPT-4, the previous state-of-the-art model. What are the implications and challenges of creating such powerful AI models, and what are the future directions and opportunities for AI language models? We hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new and interesting. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos on AI, language, and cognition. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.